Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's to me, screaming into the void of the internet. But apparently there are some void walkers. I'm getting comments on the channel. Is the channel going to blow up? I don't know. I doubt it. But, even if it did, I'd still do this just to, I guess, speak on the common mind, somewhat common mind of people. I guess the unspoken mind of, I guess, mainly men, and people in general, but mainly men, because I think men really could use help these days. And their mental health, one of the things I kind of wanted to talk about today is I saw this meme, about, it was essentially, a guy who was, kind of like what I mentioned about, Ratchets in my last video, being rejected by, Ratchet sisters, and then he went to, a snow bunny, as they're taking and calling it, and, they said, oh, you're a traitor, essentially. And, there are some people, and I kind of want to address that, and I don't want anyone to get the wrong opinion and whatnot, because I don't really care, what your beliefs are on it. It's irrelevant to me. It's someone else's life, and if someone likes them, it is what it is. There are some people that feel like race mixing is wrong and whatnot. Now, I'm sorry. I don't give a rat's arse about races. I really could care a hot freaking steaming turd about that crap, because what I've noticed is usually it's always, a one-way street, yeah? Every person that says that, this race is, beneath them or whatnot, if soldiers were over there, they certainly don't mind struggle snuggling or getting a war bride or whatnot. And if some chick in another race, air quotes, is offering tail, that guy's going to go ahead and slide up in there. The thing about humans is they are opportunistic. If a chick in one race, and I'll just keep saying the word race because, even though I don't believe in it, that's not going to stop anyone else from believing it, so, hopefully you can hang with me and just hear me out, yeah. If a chick in another race sees a guy in another race and he's, got a lot of money and he's fit and whatnot, she's still more inclined to, go with him, and vice versa. If, some freaking, like I said, some freaking, Asian chick offered, a European guy, some sex, and she's a freaking supermodel, and she's got, some nice hips, nice titties and stuff like that, he's gonna take it. So I could give a hot steaming turd about what anyone thinks of, the whole race mixing thing, because all it really is usually a double standard. They don't like when their chicks are being taken and whatnot. But some people try and say that, oh, well, they should have, if you do it too much, then, your culture gets taken over, and I understand that, because I know I'm gonna sound like an idiot when I say this, yeah. I don't really mind it when it's, kind of a more individual thing, but I don't like it when it's, a forced thing, and I apologize, there's, some pipes around here, but I don't like when it's a forced thing, what's going on in, Japan, they're going to, import a whole bunch of people, well, not just Japan, but, Korea and stuff, they're gonna try and import a whole bunch of people, if they continue down that path, if, no one's gonna have kids, they're gonna try and import a whole bunch of people, instead of just making it, easy to take care of the kids, instead of, maybe just giving them some kind of discount or something for, having kids. They're just going to import a whole bunch of, immigrants from other countries. They're going to give them, visas to go, have kids there. Because the governments don't care about, the cultures remaining. They just care about if the, if there's new slaves. Because that's all it really is about. It's just about making new slaves. And whatever you want to convince yourself, whatever you want to tell yourself, that's what you and I are in the grand scheme, to the state. We're slaves. We bust our arses to barely get by and fund these rich bastards' lifestyle. Unless you have a way to get out, And even if you think you're financially independent, unless you're really, truly independent from, the country and the state, you're going to be a slave in some capacity. Don't ever think that you're not, Because every time people have tried it, it never ends well for them. Look at Waco, Texas. Look at Waco, Texas. Look at what was it called? I think they were called the Garden of Eden. Excuse me. They were kind of a bunch of hippies, out in nature and stuff like that. And the SWAT team came and just freaking pointed guns at kids. Yeah, they had kids in cuffs and stuff like that. They're freaking. Yeah. Anytime you really just choose not to be a part of this system, they really just come after you hard. They really do. irregardless of what anyone wants to think, you know. But I don't want to stray too much off of that. I kind of want to get back to like the whole topic. My thing is this, yeah, for those people like who say that, how, I don't want to say how dare you, I don't want to like be like that little chick, but I kind of have to in a sense. How dare you essentially say that if someone is not interested, like if their immediate circle is not interested in them, and it's not just about romance, let's just say like in general, like I'd say this again, I have like melanin in my skin, I'm what people would call a brother, you know, a blix, nibba, whatever you want to call them, you know, and these people show no interest in me. Why the heck would I want to do anything with this community? Why, when I finally get my life in order, why should I do anything for these people? Really, why should I do anything for these people? I'm not Jesus. I'm not Jesus. Listen, if I was on the cross, I'm calling the angels down. Period, point blank. I'm not Jesus. I'm not doing anything for these people. The idea that I should be stuck with people who do not give a rat's arse about me, who do not encourage people, you know, like me, like people in this kind of community, like I said in my Ratchets video, if you haven't heard that, for the few people that are actually sticking around and listening for some reason, I don't know why, but yeah, if you haven't heard that video, like the Ratchets, yeah, they don't like mental people. That's basically like what I was saying in that video. They don't like people whose mind is not on rap or sports. If you are into, you know, maybe graphic design, maybe art, maybe culinary stuff, they don't like you, especially if it's not Southern food. What? You ain't making fried chicken? You know, what kind of cook are you? You ain't drowning your food in grease. Yep, they don't like that. So, you know, like, if that's my immediate circle, are you honestly telling me that even though they can't stand my freaking guts, that I'm just supposed to stay loyal to these cocksuckers? No. And you know what? You're full of crap if you say that, because I bet you 9 times out of 10, are you talking to all of your family members? You know, if you want to talk about race, let's talk about family for a minute. How many people in your family have treated you like crap that you still deal with on a regular basis? You don't give a rat's arse. So what's really the problem? Like I said, I'd understand if it was like forced. Like, I'd understand like if they were just a whole bunch of people from like another culture and they were like coming in here and just taking all your chicks, or vice versa, like if it was a whole bunch of men taking all your girls, whatever, you know. But usually they don't really care. It's mainly like they care when it's like, you know, the chicks being taken. That's what they care about. Because if it was vice versa, then the guys, they don't mind. They think that's fine, you know. You won't hear many people who say that like talk about the fact that they interbred with like, you know, Native Americans or like anyone for that matter, you know. You're not going to hear them saying that like when some guy gets a passport and goes to like Southeast Asia and, you know, gets him a little Thai gal. You don't hear that. It's usually just, you know, a one-way thing. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this mainly about relationships. I'm just talking in general, like the idea that your immediate circle is like what you should be limited to all your life. Are you kidding me? No. F that, no. Whether it's romance, whether it's like just friendship, whether it's community, you know. The idea that people who are immediately around you should be like all you associate yourself with, that's preposterous, and nothing would have ever got accomplished through that. You know, we have to take whatever we can from as much as we can, you know. There are ideas that people had from like learning about all kinds of cultures and stuff like that. And the idea that someone should limit themselves to people who cannot freaking stand them merely because of like how they are is ridiculous. And I'm not talking about like how they are in terms of like, you know, say this alphabet mafia cocksuckers, where they think that, you know, like these insane bastards are just around here and, you know, you're not supposed to question anything of their lifestyle. I'm talking about people who are literally gifted in certain things. Maybe they have something to offer. Maybe they're good at literature. Maybe they're good at, you know, mental capacities, like I said. Maybe they're good at culinary stuff. And I'm just using this example. Again, you know, you don't have to use this example because I'm sure you can apply it to anything. You know, maybe you've got a family who's got a whole bunch of stuff in the military. Like, there's all, like, it was just the tradition. Military, and you don't want to do the military, and now your family's calling you a coward, or you're not really a patriot, or something like that, you know. You know, you can apply it to a lot of stuff, you know. The idea that you're just supposed to be stuck with the people closest to you as your immediate circle is just preposterous to me. It's just preposterous. Your immediate circle can go a lot farther than, you know, I guess, like your neighborhood border, your city border, your state border, even your country. You know, there are people that are like in different countries that are really good friends with each other, where there's someone in Canada, someone in America, someone in Africa, you know, someone in China. There are people that are just decent, you know, everywhere. I don't really know if I believe that there is a such thing as a good person on this planet. That includes myself. I think I'm high-key a piece of crap a lot of times, you know. I think all humans are, realistically speaking. You just have to choose to try and resist it. Because, like, humans at the natural state, every time I've studied history, and when you really just take the time to, like, look at life itself, like, I don't really understand how someone could think that we're not pretty crappy. You know? But, yeah. You know, in closing, I'd just say, like, I don't think anyone should be limited, you know. Like I said, whether it's romance, friendship, creativity, you know, social circle, whatever it is, you know, to, like, people who are supposed to be more loyal to them because they look like them. Because if you know anything about history, that's ridiculous. Vikings looked like other Vikings, and they certainly didn't mind giving you the freaking, what is it called? It's something, Blood Eagle, I think? Yeah, look that up. A whole bunch of people, you know, in Europe with the whole, like, royalty crap with the kings and queens and this, that, and the other, there was a commoner and nobility, and they certainly didn't mind treating you like dog crap. The idea that someone is more loyal to you just because they look like you is not how life works. It's not how humanity works. It's not how history works. So, yeah. You know. I just say let people do whatever they're going to do, and, you know, if you don't like it, I mean, you don't have to, but the idea that telling them that they can't do what's best for their lives because it makes you just happy, like, come on now. Get over yourself, dude. It's not your life, so. I think I'm just going to leave it there. It might be a little bit short, and, I guess for the thumbnail, I'll just show the meme. I'll show a picture of the meme, and that'll be what it is. So, hope you enjoyed. And shout outs to the Voidwalkers, apparently, because if you don't know, my profile picture is that of a Voidwalker and the Warlock symbol from Destiny. So, I guess there are a few people walking in that void. So, thanks for listening. God bless, and I'll see you next time.